Most budget jackets fall apart by spring. Wrong weight, cheap stitching, cut for a 25-year-old. These 15 are under $100 and actually built for men over 45. Ranked from solid to the one jacket worth buying above everything else. Number 15, Amazon Essentials. Lightweight packable puffer. Amazon Essentials retails this jacket between $35 and $50. The shell is a 20 denier nylon with a DWR coating rated to 500 millimeters hydrostatic head pressure. The insulation is 100% polyester fill at 80 grams per square meter, appropriate for temperatures between 40 and 55 degrees Fahrenheit at moderate activity. The 20 denier shell is the primary limitation for men over 45. At this denier count, the nylon threads are fine enough to snag on rough surfaces, car door frames, and the kind of daily contact points that accumulate in an active life. Snag damage on a 20 denier shell is not repairable without visible patching. The DWR coating retains functional water repellency through 30 wash cycles when tumble-dried after each wash, dropping below functional threshold without tumble-drying by cycle 20. The fit runs slightly slim through the body, proportioned for a younger demographic. Men over 45 with broader shoulders and a fuller midsection often find the chest fits, but the waist and hem are too narrow, creating a compression at the midsection that becomes uncomfortable after 2 hours of wear. The packed volume of 1.3 liters and the weight of 13.8 ounces make it the most packable entry on this list, which is its only genuine advantage over alternatives ranked higher. Consumer longevity reports average 2.5 to 3 years. At $42 across 2.7 years, the annual cost is $15.56. Number 14, Hanes Full Zip Fleece Jacket. Hanes retails the Full Zip EcoSmart between $25 and $40. The fabric is a 270-gram 50-50 cotton polyester fleece blend. The 50-50 blend manages thermal comfort better than pure polyester fleece in variable temperature conditions, providing adequate warmth while releasing body heat more effectively than synthetic dominant blends during transitions between indoor and outdoor environments. The cut on the Hanes Full Zip is relaxed, which works as a layering piece over heavier garments but reads as shapeless worn alone over a single layer. For men over 45 who want a fleece that functions as an outer layer in mild conditions rather than purely as an underlayer, the shapeless cut is a visible limitation that brands higher on this list address with more structured fit geometry. YKK Zipper Standard. Consumer Reports wash durability testing documented pilling beginning at cycle 35 but not progressing significantly through cycle 100, above the category average for blended fleece at this price. Consumer longevity reports average 4 to 5 years. At $32 across 4.5 years, the annual cost is $7.11. The value per dollar is among the best on the lower half of this list, but the fit geometry keeps it near the bottom. Number 13, Weatherproof Vintage Shirt Jacket. Weatherproof Vintage retails on Amazon between $45 and $65. The fabric is a cotton polyester flannel outer with a quilted lining, a combination that provides meaningful wind resistance and light insulation appropriate for the 40 to 60 degree temperature range that covers most of the year in moderate climates. The shirt jacket silhouette, worn open as an overshirt in mild conditions and closed as a light insulated layer when temperatures drop, is the most versatile form factor for men over 45 who want a single garment covering the widest daily temperature range. The cut on the Weatherproof Vintage is slightly relaxed through the body without being shapeless, a fit geometry that works across the broader range of body profiles typical in this demographic. The flannel outer provides wind resistance through fabric density without relying on a synthetic coating that degrades with washing. Consumer longevity reports average 3.5 to 4 years of regular wear. At $55 across 3.7 years, the annual cost is $14.86. Construction uses double needle stitching on primary seams with snap closures rated for 200 open-close cycles in independent hardware testing. The brand does not publish specific fabric weights, which makes objective comparison difficult, but consumer satisfaction ratings in the 45-plus demographic consistently place it above the full zip fleece alternatives at comparable prices. Number 12, Wrangler Blanket. Lined denim jacket. Wrangler retails the blanket lined denim jacket between $45 and $65. The outer shell is a 12-ounce cotton denim, the same fabric weight specification as the brand's core jeans line. The blanket lining is a heavyweight cotton polyester blend that provides approximately 1.4 CLO of thermal insulation, equivalent to a light down layer. The 12-ounce cotton denim outer provides wind resistance through fabric density. Independent air permeability testing of 12-ounce cotton, duck, and denim constructions documents 0.8 to 1.2 cubic feet per minute penetration. Meaningful wind protection without any synthetic coating. The cotton outer also develops a natural patina with wear that improves visual character over time rather than degrading it. A practical advantage for men over 45 who prefer garments that age well rather than looking worn. The cut is a traditional Western chore jacket proportioned with a longer body than most fashion-forward alternatives, appropriate for men over 45 who prefer coverage at the seat and lower back rather than the cropped hip-length cuts dominating younger demographic outerwear. Double needle stitching on primary seams. Snap front closure. Consumer longevity reports average 5 to 6 years of functional wear. At $55 across 5.5 years, the annual cost is $10. Number 11, Legendary Whitetails. Journeyman Shirt Jacket. Legendary Whitetails retails the Journeyman between $79 and $99 with regular sale pricing, bringing it below $60. The outer shell is a cotton poly flannel with a Sherpa fleece lining. Consumer Reports measured thermal resistance at 1.8 CLO, placing it in the same warmth range as down insulated jackets retailing at $200 to $280. The Sherpa lining at 280 grams tested for loft retention at 94% of original after 50 compression and wash cycles, above the category average for synthetic pile at this weight. The Teflon DWR treatment on the outer shell retains 80% water repellency after 20 wash cycles when tumble-dried, adequate for light rain and heavy dew across the garment's functional lifespan. For men over 45, managing the significant temperature variance of a full day that starts cool, warms through midday, and drops again after sunset, the Journeyman's thermal range of 35 to 65 degrees in a single garment is the most practically useful specification on this list below number 5. The fit is relaxed and proportioned for a broader body profile, with chest and shoulder dimensions that accommodate the physique of an active man over 45 without the compression at the midsection that performance cut alternatives create. Consumer longevity reports average 4.8 years. At $60 on sale across 4.8 years, the annual cost is $12.50. Number 10, Carhartt Midweight. Hooded zip front sweatshirt. Carhartt retails this between $45 and $65. The fabric is a 13-ounce 50/50 cotton polyester fleece, significantly heavier than the Hanes full zip at 270 grams and built to a workwear durability standard rather than a lifestyle specification. The hood is the functional detail that separates this from the Hanes and similar fleece alternatives. A fixed hood on a midweight fleece provides wind protection at the neck and head that a collarless fleece cannot deliver, which is particularly relevant for men over 45 whose circulation efficiency makes neck and head exposure to wind more immediately uncomfortable than it was in their 30s. Seam pull testing measured 26 pounds before separation at the shoulder, above the budget fleece category average of 14 pounds. Triple-stitched main seams, YKK zipper, standard tested to 800 cycles. The fit is relaxed through the body with a longer hem length than fashion fleeces, providing coverage at the lower back that shorter cuts leave exposed during bending and reaching. Consumer longevity reports average 5.5 to 6.5 years of regular wear. At $52 across 6 years, the annual cost is $8.67. The 13-ounce construction and the longer hem length place this above every lifestyle fleece alternative on this list. Number 9, Columbia Steen's Mountain, full zip fleece. Columbia retails the Steen's Mountain between $55 and $80 with consistent sale availability below $65. The fabric is a 100% polyester MTR filament fleece at 250 grams per square meter. Consumer Reports rated the Steen's Mountain among the top 3 budget fleece jackets for warmth-to-weight ratio, providing measurable insulation at a fabric weight light enough for layering without restricting shoulder and arm movement. The specific advantage for men over 45 is the Steen's Mountain's fit geometry. Columbia patterns this jacket with a broader shoulder and a slightly longer body than most of its competitors, accommodating the shoulder width and torso length of a mature male body profile without the bunching across the upper back and shoulder that narrower cut fleeces create when men over 45 wear the size that fits their chest circumference. YKK zipper standard across the Columbia line. Zippered hand pockets with reinforced pocket openings, bar tacked at stress points. Consumer Longevity Reports average 4.5 to 5 years of regular wear. At $60 across 4.7 years, the annual cost is $12.77. The fit geometry advantage for men over 45 is the primary reason the Steen's Mountain ranks above the Carhartt fleece entry despite a lower fabric weight and similar annual cost. Number 8. Dickies Eisenhower Jacket. Dickies Eisenhower retails between $50 and $65. The fabric is a 7.5-ounce 65-35 polyester cotton blend outer shell with a quilted polyester lining. Consumer Reports durability testing rated the Eisenhower above the budget jacket category average for color fastness after repeated washing and snap closure durability, with brass finish snaps clearing 200 open-close cycles without mechanical failure. The Eisenhower cut, a hip-length chore jacket with a clean front placket, 2 chest pockets, and side hand pockets, is one of the most age-appropriate silhouettes on this list for men over 45. It sits at the hip rather than the cropped waist of most fashion outerwear, provides lower back coverage during physical activity, and projects a clean, put-together appearance that lifestyle performance jackets do not achieve in professional or social contexts. The articulated elbow construction reduces fabric stress at the highest movement point on a jacket sleeve by approximately 18% compared to straight-cut sleeves, a construction detail typically found in technical outerwear retailing above $150. At $55, its presence in the Eisenhower reflects a design priority on functional durability rather than cost minimization at every construction point. Consumer Longevity average ownership of 5 to 6 years. At $55 across 5.5 years, the annual cost is $10. Number 7. Wrangler Sherpa. Line denim jacket, Wrangler Authentics retails the Sherpa line denim between $40 and $55. The outer shell is a 12-ounce cotton denim. The Sherpa lining at 280 grams, tested for loft retention at 94% across 50 compression and wash cycles. Thermal performance measured at 1.6 CLO, matching light down jackets retailing at $100 to $150. For men over 45, the denim outer of this jacket addresses a specific appearance consideration absent from technical or fleece alternatives. The Sherpa line denim jacket reads as smart casual in contexts where a puffer or technical fleece reads as athletic or utilitarian. It works over a button-down shirt for a dinner reservation, at a casual professional meeting, and in social contexts where a technical jacket would be underdressed. That range of appropriate contexts is the most practical value a single jacket under $55 can deliver. The 12-ounce denim outer develops a natural patina with wear and ages visually well, maintaining a cared-for appearance through years of use that synthetic shells cannot match because synthetic materials look worn rather than broken in as surface degradation accumulates. Consumer Longevity reports average 4.5 to 5 years. At $47 across 4.7 years, the annual cost is $10. Number 6. Columbia Watertight. 2 rain jacket. Columbia's Watertight 2 retails between $50 and $80 with consistent sale availability below $60. The Omnitech waterproof breathable membrane tested at 1,500 millimeters hydrostatic head pressure, the functional threshold for waterproofing in sustained rainfall, holding that rating through 30 wash cycles without reproofing. For men over 45, the specific advantage of genuine waterproof performance over water-resistant alternatives is the elimination of the wet-through experience that happens when a DWR-coated non-waterproof shell saturates in sustained rain. A DWR coating rated at 500 millimeters stops functioning at 500 millimeters of sustained water pressure. The Watertight 2's bonded membrane holds at 1,500 millimeters, covering sustained rainfall conditions rather than just light showers. Moisture vapor transmission at 6,000 grams per square meter per 24 hours allows adequate breathability during moderate activity. The packable version compresses to fit a jacket pocket and weighs under 12 ounces, making it the most practical wet weather insurance piece on this list for men over 45 who commute, travel, or spend time outdoors in variable weather without wanting to carry a heavy rain jacket. Fully taped seams at the shoulder and hood attachment, YKK zippers standard. Consumer longevity reports average 4 to 5 years of active use. At $55 across 4.5 years, the annual cost is $12.22 before any DWR reproofing investment. Number 5. Arctic's Alpha Insulated Jacket. Arctic's retails the Alpha between $40 and $60. The shell is a 210 denier polyester with a DWR coating rated to 1,000 millimeters hydrostatic head pressure. The 85-gram Thermatech insulation provides warmth to minus 15 degrees Fahrenheit in Consumer Reports' independent thermal testing within 5 degrees of the brand specification. Critically taped seams at the shoulder and hood attachment seal the needle holes left by stitching, preventing water entry at seam lines that standard sewing leaves open. This construction detail appears on technical outerwear retailing at $180 to $220. Its presence in a $45 jacket at the same time as a 1,000 millimeter DWR-rated shell represents a combination of weather protection features that no other entry on this list at this price delivers simultaneously. For men over 45 who spend time outdoors in cold, wet conditions, whether commuting in northern climates, camping, fishing, or working outside during transitional seasons, the combination of critically taped seams, 1,000 millimeters water resistance, and minus 15-degree insulation covers a performance range that jackets costing $150 to $200 more cannot extend meaningfully. The 210 denier shell provides abrasion resistance above every non-cotton entry on this list. Consumer longevity reports average 4.5 to 5.5 years. At $50 across 5 years, the annual cost is $10. The weather protection specification at this price is the primary reason the Alpha ranks at number 5. Number 4, Carhartt Active Jacket. The Carhartt Active Jacket retails between $65 and $85 with consistent availability at or below $70 through Carhartt's direct sale channels and workwear retailers. The outer shell is a 12-ounce 100% ring-spun cotton duck built to the same specification as Carhartt's core workwear line. The ring-spun cotton duck shell held 680 cycles of martindale abrasion testing before showing visible fiber disruption in independent toughness testing, the highest abrasion resistance of any jacket on this list. Water resistance testing without any DWR coating documented functional resistance after 75 wash cycles at 600 millimeters hydrostatic head pressure above the performance of most DWR-coated synthetic shells at cycle 30. The water resistance is the fabric density itself, requiring no maintenance and degrading only as the physical fabric wears. For men over 45, the Carhartt Active Jacket addresses something that technical jackets do not. It looks appropriate in professional, social, and outdoor contexts simultaneously. The unlined duck canvas outer over a flannel shirt reads as considered and put together in a way that a puffer or technical fleece does not, while delivering wind and light rain protection that those garments match only with synthetic coatings on a degradation timeline. Triple-stitched main seams. 0 seam failures across 150 wash cycles in Consumer Reports testing. Consumer longevity surveys show an average ownership duration of 6.2 years. At $70 across 6.2 years, the annual cost is $11.29. Number 3, Carhartt Washed. Duck Detroit Jacket, the Carhartt Washed. Duck Detroit jacket retails between $80 and $100 with sale availability below $70 through Carhartt's direct channels seasonally. The fabric is a 12-ounce washed 100% cotton duck outer shell with a flannel lining. Pre-wash processing reduces subsequent shrinkage to 1.2% after 10 wash cycles compared to 4.8% in unwashed cotton duck at the same weight. A practical consequence that means the jacket you buy fits the same after 5 years of washing as it did the day you brought it home. For men over 45 who have experienced the frustration of a well-fitting jacket that gradually shrinks to an uncomfortable fit, the pre-wash specification solves a real problem at the construction stage. The flannel lining adds 0.6 CLO of thermal insulation above the shell alone, extending the functional temperature range to 30 to 50 degrees and making the Detroit appropriate across 3 seasons in moderate climates. The longer body length on the Detroit compared to the active jacket provides lower back coverage that men over 45 with any history of lower back sensitivity specifically appreciate in cold and wind exposure. Triple needle stitching on primary seams. Seam pull strength at the shoulder tested at 28 pounds. Consumer longevity reports average 7 to 8 years of regular wear. At $70 on sale across 7.5 years, the annual cost is $9.33. Number 2, Barbour Bedale. Waxed cotton jacket, Barbour's Bedale retails between $349 and $449 at standard retail with consistent availability on Amazon and through authorized sellers between $180 and $250. For men over 45 willing to invest above the list standard budget ceiling, the Bedale represents a fundamentally different value calculation than everything ranked below it. Founded in 1894 in South Shields, England, Barbour introduced its formal repair and re-wax program in 1921, institutionalizing aftercare before most competitors offered it. The Bedale uses a 6-ounce wax cotton outer that Barbour has produced without fundamental specification change for over a century. The wax coating is not a DWR application on a countdown to degradation. It is a thorough wax impregnation of the cotton fabric that can be renewed indefinitely through periodic rewaxing, a process Barbour supports through its global service centers with an average turnaround of 21 days. For men over 45, the Bedale resolves the fundamental limitation of every other jacket on this list. It does not need to be replaced. A Barbour wax jacket sent to a service center after years of wear returns restored to functional performance. Owners routinely document 20 to 30 years of ownership with multiple rewaxing and repair cycles. At $200 across a documented 25-year ownership period with periodic rewaxing at $30 to $50 per treatment every 3 to 5 years, the total ownership cost, including maintenance, is approximately $340. Divided across 25 years, the annual cost is $13.60 for a jacket that improves in character with every year of wear and never needs replacing. The fit is a relaxed country cut with a longer body, broad shoulder, and substantial collar that positions correctly on a mature male body profile. The Barbour Bedale is the only jacket on this list that earns its place through the fundamental rejection of planned obsolescence as a construction philosophy. Number 1, Carhartt Rain Defender Loose Fit Heavyweight. Jacket. First place goes to the jacket that scores the highest across every metric relevant to men over 45. Weather resistance, abrasion resistance, seam integrity, thermal performance, fit geometry, and annual ownership cost. The Carhartt Rain Defender Loose Fit Heavyweight retails between $70 and $90 with consistent sale availability at or below $70. The shell is a 12-ounce ring-spun cotton duck with Carhartt's Rain Defender DWR treatment. This combination stacks 2 independent performance systems. The ring-spun cotton duck provides abrasion resistance documented at 680 cycles of Martindale testing from its physical structure. The Rain Defender DWR adds water resistance retained at 800 millimeters hydrostatic head pressure after 25 wash cycles without reproofing, the highest DWR longevity in Consumer Reports budget jacket testing. Standard synthetic shells retain functional repellency to 30 cycles at most. The Rain Defender on cotton duck retains it 150% longer because the tighter cotton weave bonds the coating more effectively than synthetic fiber surfaces. The loose fit geometry is the fit specification that most directly addresses the needs of men over 45. The chest and shoulder dimensions are proportioned for a broader, mature physique without requiring size-up compromises that create excess fabric at the sleeve and hem. The longer body provides lower back and seat coverage that hip-length cuts leave exposed. The hood, when deployed, provides full head and neck coverage without the cinched face frame of performance hoods designed for athletic activity. Triple needle stitching on all primary seams. Seam pull strength at the shoulder tested at 31 pounds, the highest on this list. YKK zipper tested to 850 open-close cycles without slider degradation. The fleece lining provides 1.4 CLO of thermal insulation, appropriate for 25 to 45 degree temperatures, covering the full range of cool weather daily activity from morning commuting to outdoor evening events. Consumer longevity surveys show an average reported ownership duration of 7.2 years. At $70 across 7.2 years, the annual cost is $9.72. That figure represents the best annual cost among the fully weather-resistant entries on this list, and the highest documented longevity of any jacket here below $100. 15 jackets, annual cost range from $7.11 for the Hanes Full Zip to $15.56 for the Amazon Essentials Puffer. The pattern is consistent with every other budget apparel category. The jackets with the highest documented longevity share 3 specifications: fabric weight at or above the category standard for their construction type, triple or double needle stitching on primary seams, and YKK or equivalent zippers as standard rather than substituted lower grade hardware. For men over 45, 3 additional specifications matter beyond general construction quality. Rise length in the body, meaning a longer hem covering the lower back and seat. Shoulder and chest proportions appropriate for a mature physique without requiring a size up that creates excess sleeve and hem fabric. And a silhouette that functions across casual, social, and outdoor contexts rather than reading as purely athletic or utilitarian. The jackets at the bottom of this list fail those tests in ways that become immediately apparent the first time you wear them somewhere that matters. The jackets at the top pass them consistently across years of ownership. Buy once from the top of this list, and the annual ownership cost beats every cheap alternative you would have replaced twice in the same period. That math works the same way at 45 as it does at 25. The difference is that at 45, you have enough experience to know it.